3 weeks with this machine, I'm already misusing it. Here's a cool project we're going to be doing, and I'm excited for it. There's a part of me that says I don't want to do this because I have to learn something, but then there's a part of me that needs a challenge and wants to do something cool and different. So here we go. Spun bearing in a transmission. You can see that's real wore out. If I put my micrometer and T-gauge on it, I've got about 12 to 15 thousandths of wear in there. This is an Eaton FSO6406. 64, oh, where is it? I think it's a FSO6406B. Actually, I was half tempted to do this on my Comec swap, putting one of these transmissions on there because they're bulletproof. Except for obviously this, but who knows what happened there. So you know what? We're going to have this on my block bore, and I fastened it to the table through here. That's kind of cool. And it's already been leveled, and I've already indicated my spindle onto it. But you know what? Just for your humor, I'm going to put it in so you can see it. So I got my gauge doing circles in here. And if I look at my gauge, shoot, it's harder to get better than maybe 3 10,000ths of an inch. That's very little wiggle. I can't control it much better than that. So we're good there. So here's the plan of what we're going to be doing. Let's reverse this tool out a bit. Here's my plan. We are going to bore this out, and then we're going to make a sleeve, press the sleeve in, and then bore it again to fit perfect. So we're going to make a sleeve just like what I would be doing for an engine. But this, I'm going to have to hand feed the boring tool out, because this is a retainer ring right here, and then a seal goes on this. So I cheated. I already took a little pass, just so you can see a little 5 thousandths pass. And that's how much this thing got messed up. And it really put the torque that way on it. So, because we got good contact here, but not on that side. So this is how we're doing this. Let me go wide view. We're gonna rapid feed down in the hole. That's gonna work. And I got my tool set for another 25 thousandths pass. Maybe we want to go that way with it, right? Yeah, that way. Put our tool in, and then we're going to tighten it. And then we're going to watch close. Let's see, let's get some light up in here. So we're going to go just so that cutting tip is just below where we want to go. And this does not have a controlled up speed, so I'm going to be using my hand wheel to move it up. So we're going to go ahead and turn our spindle on. We're going to go 200 RPM, and then we're just going to move up. So I've already made a pass, so I know where my 0 is. So we're just under 7/8 of an inch. So just as simple as using our hand wheel. I think I'm gonna drill this and put a knob on here. That'd be kind of nice. I don't know why they don't have that. At least make it a removable one. So you can hear it's not cutting all the way around. Because I'm just doing a 10,000ths pass. Because right now I'm actually playing, I'm having fun. It's kind of fun to see. And that's the end of my cut. So that's after taking out about 20,000ths or so. So that bearing really did a number to it. I think that spun around a little bit too much. So we're just gonna get to it and start taking out a bunch of material. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with a 1/8" wall. We're gonna see when I get there. We'll see what I feel like. Trying to keep the video short, not doing step by step, but we got our final dimension. So the ID is 3.271. We bored that to a dimension of 3.5 just to keep a round nominal number. I've already turned the outside of this for a 3,000ths press. Now we've got our big drill bit in here, and we're going to bore this out. So this is kind of a cool bit because it puts coolant in the back of it. And then it's got some little orifices in the front of the bit to push that coolant right into where you're cutting. I like these bits. And then next up, we're gonna bore using a boring bar until we get close to our diameter. We're at 2¼ inch with the big drill bit, and we're gonna take that to 3.2. So got an inch of material to take out to get. I want to do the final boring on the machine. That way, with the press fit and everything, it'll be what I want it to be. And we're almost at the finish line for making the sleeve. It's a lot of work hogging out that much material. So we put a bottle jack in here. My dad comes up with good ideas every once in a while. And yeah, we're pressing that little sleeve in there right now. And so there it is. So we're just gonna slowly push it up into place. So it's got a 3 to 4,000ths press somewhere in there. So that ain't going nowhere. So now we're good to go for our first pass. We got our tool set to 3 1/4. At this point, the sleeve is smaller than the bore up top here, so we're gonna bore through the top and see how this goes. We're gonna go for a nice slow feed rate. Kind of weird. It's not cast iron chips. It's steel. So we re-indicated on this bore because after doing all the pressing and all that stuff, things shifted a bit. So I just wanted to make sure, so I double checked to make sure we were concentric, and it was off by almost 1/4 of an inch. So I'm glad I checked, because things just got moved around. There's a good underside view of what's going on in there. Kind of trippy. I'm not used to chips in a machine like this. So there it is, end to this project. Not that I can really test it, and I don't want to test it because then if it's too, yeah, I don't know. Mathematically, it is a slip fit with a 2/10,000ths press. Should just be a tap in with a hammer and punch into place. Smoothens it out with a little bit of sandpaper, and I think that turned out pretty good. I don't know, not to puff myself up, but name another shop that would do this. I figured that'd be a fun little project, way out of the ordinary, and you know, just because you don't have the right machine to do something doesn't mean you can't get it done, because this is a block mill and it ain't a transmission mill. So thanks for watching, and well, keep an eye out for anything other crazy things I might do. See you guys later.